your spirit soars high. In our hearts, your legacy will never die. With every strike, every lock, our faith we create. Discipline and resilience, virtues innate. Through blood and sweat, above trials we rise. A fire within, ignited by the wise. Sensei Yamazaki, your name in the breeze. A legend eternal, setting the spirits at ease. With every punch, every kick, your spirit soars high. In our hearts, your legacy will never die. With every strike, every block, our fate we create. Discipline and resilience, virtues innate. With every punch, every kick, your spirit flies. In our hearts, your legacy never dies. Though the mountains and valleys, our journey unfolds, ignited by the wise. Through the mountains and valleys, our journey unfolds, seeking the essence of dreams in our souls. Guided by a sensei, path of honor we chase, steps of warriors in silence we embrace. In the echo of voice, strength and control, we find courage in the wisdom he extols. Sensei Yamazaki, your name in the breeze, a legend eternal, setting our spirits at ease. With every punch, every kick, your spirit soars high. In our hearts, your legacy will never die. With every strike, every block, our fate we create. Discipline and resilience, virtues innate. Through blood and sweat, above trials we rise. A fire within, ignited by the wise. Sensei Yamazaki, your name in the wind, a legend forever, where our spirits ascend. With every punch, every kick, your spirit soars high. In our hearts, your legacy will never die. Sensei Yamazaki, your name in the wind, a legend eternal, setting our spirits ascend. With every punch, every kick, your spirit flies. In our hearts, your legacy never dies.
Well, it's showtime now. Time to train. Is the instructor prepared to go online?
I'm ready to go. I'm first, right?
Awesome.
Okay. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Can everybody hear me okay? I only have one AirPod in, so I want to make sure that that's okay. Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Just Michael. Michael's the only one. Hey, Michael, how are you doing? Cool. Okay. Alrighty. So, hello,
Hey, Sensei Mina,
everyone.
it's Sensei Paul. It's Paul Belisle. Are you teaching first? I thought we had Sensei Noel teaching first.
You know what? Honestly, I thought I was at 3:00. So
Okay.
I had like a little freak out, and I was like, I thought I was the second person,
Yep.
but then I thought I thought I was at 3. So I was like all messed up today.
Yep. I don't see Sensei Noel
So
on here either. So there's I'm sorry, Mina, Sensei Mina, one second. Paul Roebuck, I can see that you're on. Can you unmute? Should I don't know.
Can you
Sensei,
hear
hi.
me now? Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
Is Sensei Noel on his way? I don't see anybody from Australia other than you.
No. Sensei Noel was doing it from the dojo in Gympie. I'm in
Okay.
Bundaberg. I'm here with Sensei John.
Okay.
We weren't able to get access to our dojo on a Saturday morning, so everyone's just doing it from home. That's what I've asked them to do.
Okay. All right. No, that makes sense. All right. Well, Sensei Mina,
Sensei
sorry.
Noel was supposed to start at 9.
Yep. No, understood. So it's just 2 after. Sensei Mina, why don't we give just like another minute or two and just make sure that we don't have a collision of like Sensei Noel coming in like, I'm late and starting to teach. And but if he doesn't show up for another hour, then that kind of figures everything out for us and we can just turn you loose. Does that work?
yeah, totally. I'm okay with
Okay,
that.
cool. Thank you.
Should I do my stand-up routine? I'm like, hey, where's everybody coming from? Like,
Could I stop you if I said no?
well, I'm all the way over here in California.
I don't think I could stop you if I was in the same room.
Okay, my camera is really funny right now. So when I do this, you're the window on top of mine. And so my head, it's my body with your head. And we are quite handsome, Sensei Paul.
You know what? You say that and it doesn't surprise me.
Just like, here I am. Like, yeah.
All right. I'm going to go gee up. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Good morning. Good afternoon for you guys.
Good afternoon. Good morning.
The two of them is,
Hey,
two of them is still mute.
Sensei Noel, hello.
hello. How are you?
It is very nice to see you. Sensei Paul went to go change really quickly, and he's going to be right back.
Yep.
All
No
right.
worries.
Here I am. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
All right. So, Sensei Mina, you're okay going second?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Sensei Noel, welcome. Good to see Australia. That's a great track jacket. I need one of those. Okay. So let's see here. We've got 28 in. I think we still have people trickling in. Do you want to give it another 1 or 2 minutes before you start, and then we'll just turn it over to you?
We can wait a few minutes before we start. So we
Okay.
can catch the others on.
All right.
Where's Mina? Where's Mina?
Crispy.
That one.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that? Ah, that's Mina.
Yes, that's
Oh, there's 22 other people also. That Dojo looks that Dojo looks like the mountains in the white.
That's fun.
Oh, is it?
It's ball.
Oh no, that one next to.
Yeah.
But the form.
Yeah, John.
John didn't.
Can you hear us, Paul?
One in Colombia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colombia.
You are loud and clear, sir. All right. Looks like we've got, well, people still joining. That's all right. We'll just let them trickle in. We don't want to wait too much longer. Good selection of people from Bahamas, I see. Obviously, Australia, US, a number of locations. Venezuela's here. I think, did I see Colombia too? Excellent. Good. So nice representation. So, Sensei, hi. Can you spotlight Sensei Noel, and then we can go from there?
The way it works here is that whoever is talking gets spotlighted. So everybody take your microphone and turn it off, and we'll have Sensei Noel spotlighted.
Okay.
So
That's
least
not
that's what
happening
you-
at my end. Oh, no, you know what
That's
you're gonna do? All right, so everybody who's watching, if you hover your mouse over the picture of Sensei Noel, who is
Yeah,
the distinguished gentleman in the yellow, green, and blue right here, you'll see a thumbtack icon come up. Click on that, and that will pin his screen up so you'll see him, and that will be the focus for your Google Meet. As always, please keep your microphones on mute. We will pause at various points to take questions. And I see we have Ricardo Antonio Ojeda with a question, as well as Mildred Orlanes. What's your quick question? Mildred, go ahead.
Yeah, Paul, we got to have a bit of a break with them so they can relate back with the different, speaking.
Yes. So I think we have Sensei Fabio is on, as well as, yeah. So Sensei Fabio, do you mind serving as translator for Spanish?
Yes, I can.
Thank you very much. Okay, I think we're good to go, Sensei Noel, if you want to kick it off.
Yeah, I'll sort of give a bit of a break in between after I speak before we move into what we're going to do.
Perfect.
Yep. So we're all on board now.
We're all on board.
And
Let her rip.
the first thing I want to ask is, everybody warmed up enough now, or do you want to go through a warm up?
Up to you. I don't think we
Sensei
want
Noel,
Go ahead.
Sensei no quiere saber si todo el mundo ya está listo y caliente.
I didn't get that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't really get that.
No, that was Sensei Fabio translating. You're fine.
All right. No wonder I didn't get it.
All right. All right. Why don't we just dive in? We'll assume everybody's reasonably warm, and we'll go from there.
Yep.
Hola, buenas noches, Sensei. Mis respetos a todos. Por acá, Mildred Orellanes de Rio Bucay, Georgia.
Yep. Thank you, Mildred. Please keep your on muto para for now.
Okay.
Gracias.
Okay, we'll kick off. Today we'll be doing Q&A drills. We'll be going back to basics where hip movement is important and footwork is important, as well as the punching or kicking. So we'll go through it bit by bit, and it'll be the double hip movement that we'll be doing, and I'll just go through. Okay, we're all lined up here. Yeah. Come forward. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Go ahead. Right, so we're going to do the hip movement from right, left, left, right. So turning, I'll come up closer. With the hip movement, turning left hip in, right hip in, and your body is in like a boomerang, bow shape. Okay, so turning 1, 2.
Ok, Sensei nos va a mostrar patadas y puños y movimientos de cadera básicos.
Good. So what we need to practice, so practicing 1, 2 and pushing your body forward. You should feel your toes pushing into the floor. If they're not, you're not doing it exactly right. So twist 1, 2, like that. Just 1, 2, 1, 2. Should do about 30. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Sensei Noel, can you face the camera to show a little bit? That would be you're kind of you're sideways. Yeah, show. There we go.
That way.
This way. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, right, we go 1, 2, that way, yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2. When you do the 1, 2, 1, don't let the left hip go backwards like that when you put your right one in. Then you go right, left, like that, right, left. Right, left. Okay? Translate.
Vamos a mover la cadera primero de derecha a izquierda, después de derecha a izquierda, izquierda a derecha, una a la vez. Go ahead.
Good. So from here with the left hand out, right on hip, we're going to twist here. 1, 2. When you're pushing forward, the arm will come right back before firing. Yeah. 1, 2, like that. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Keep trying. Don't let the other hip back like that. Keep it forward. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2, 2, 2. Then it's as you're twisting, This will be slightly, it might have been here, slightly higher as it comes down. Okay, can translate.
You say that the fist goes higher as it releases.
It just
Reverse this.
higher.
Comes higher.
Higher.
Yeah, it comes higher, yeah, I think that's what you meant. Yeah.
Okay. Así que el puño tiene que ir arriba antes de ser lanzado, ¿ok? Más o menos como a esta altura del codo, ¿ok? Antes de ser ejecutado. Go ahead.
Good, so we'll move into the next part. So we'll go from here. Hidari, think could it, does get in right, mate. Right, from in there, as we move forward with the hip, pull back with this one, fire. Right, so from there, fire. There, fire. Make sure the knee comes down, followed by the hip. Don't let the knee come back. Push forward, push down. 1, 2.
Asegúrense de mantener las rodillas empujadas hacia adelante. Go ahead.
Change on the other side. Good. When we come back to feet level, hand down, then this straight punching knee.
Ok, una mano a la vez ahora. 1, 2, 1, 2.
When you're here, you're twisting. 2, don't let the hip go back.
Torcer la muñeca en el momento de impacto.
Okay. Rafael Jose, one moment, Sensei. Rafael Jose has his hand up. Rafael, you want to ask your question in English or Spanish? Either one's fine. You'll have to unmute. Okay, I guess not. All right, go ahead, Sensei Noel.
Good. Okay, this first part we're doing is the basics around the techniques that we'll be doing. So that's why we're going through just the basic part first, then we'll do the technique as we get on further. Okay, from here this time, Hidari, then good at you. Right, come on. Yeah. Right, so sparring is a little bit shorter stance. So when you're moving this here, we're going to get used to moving the foot a bit closer, or a bit further away. So from there, as the back foot comes forward, you notice that it doesn't come right up, comes here. Then you move out. Right, so we go 1, 2. Probably not too close. If you get too close and there's a foot sweep come in, you can go down pretty quick. There, 1, 2. 1, 2. At the same time, keeping your height where it should be, not Try not to come through up. So give it back. Up. Try on the other side.
Sensei no está mostrando movimientos para combate, de cómo moverse en combate.
Okay, so we're doing good. So do you need to translate? Or we call up with all that?
I think we're caught up.
Yep. Okay, so the first movement this time. As you move your back foot forward, arm is out. Right? Then pull back. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Try on the other side. Go. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1. And turning. Need to translate.
You're on mute. Fabio, you're on mute.
Ok, está mostrando de cómo mover la primera parte del movimiento de añadir el Kizami-Suki, el jab, y hacerlo en 2 partes. Juntar los pies y moverse, pero sin cambiar de pierna. Okay, go ahead.
Good.
One moment. Sensei, we have a question. Sensei Shenge. Hold on.
Yes. Was there is one question from JKR India that if we do the stepping, can we do the stepping with leading of the back leg, or we need to lead to the front leg in the Zenkusudachi?
So Sensei, no, the question was, is it important to always move the front leg or the back leg? I think the answer is you can use either one. For your drill, you're using the front leg or the back leg to start the movement. Is that correct?
The back leg first on this technique, then the front one on the second.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
but
Okay,
that
and
will
since-
change as we change the technique. On this one, it's the back legs first.
Yep. So, Sensei Punam, just to be clear, when you ask about whether you should move the front leg or the back leg, there is no restriction in Shindo Jinenryu. It's depending on the drill that Sensei Noel is doing. That doesn't translate to every time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. Sensei Noel, go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Go ahead, Sensei Noel. You're all set.
Okay, so we're back in Haidari here. We're doing this back punch here, followed through from the other side. This is a combination that we do. We reverse this later. So we go 1, here, 2, 2. Back the other way. Make sure you do not let your hip go back when you reverse punch in. Yeah, good district. And here, make sure this hip stays forward.
Entonces toca coordinar Kizami-Suki con la primera parte del paso y el Yakusuki con la segunda parte, asegurándose de que la cadera gire hacia adelante. Okay, I'm good.
We just want to mention too, the first one on this movement is Jordan. The second one is Chudan. That's clear.
El primer golpe debe ser hacia la cara, Jordan, y el segundo hacia el cuerpo, Churan.
Good. So we're going 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, and you can do that. It gets better when you can learn to twist your hip really quick. Then your speed will come up much faster. Relax. Relax. Okay, now we'll turn this one around. Instead of Jordan, Chudan, we're going to do Chudan, then Jordan. Okay?
Vamos a cambiar ahora, en lugar de Jordan, Churan, ahora primero Churan, después Jordan.
These techniques are on the attacking side, not the defending side. This is trying to get your point first, I suppose, matter of speaking. So the next one we're going to do will be, right, Jordan. Jordan. Back. This one here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. We try on the other side. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2.
En esta versión se lanza primero el Yakusuki al cuerpo y después el Kisamizuki en el segundo movimiento hacia la cara.
Okay, so this one can be speeded up very quickly. So when you're sparring here, you move your front foot as you punch. Next one should come in really quick and back. You try to have an anchor point. I know some people don't believe in the anchor point, but if you bring back without hitting yourself, you don't create a speed. So when I'm coming in here, 1, 2, 2, like so. So that second part, 1, here, needs anchor point. Is that clear?
I think so, Sensei Noah. You're saying that you want to really demonstrate the stroke for sparring, because for a sport technique, so you want to make sure you pull back.
Yeah, actually pull back.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going for that point here. If you go here to there, you would not get the point. You need to show the record.
Yep. And for anyone curious, this is remember, this is for sports karate, not for Budo karate. You want to keep your hands up for Budo karate.
Exactly. This is for sports karate, all right. Okay. Make sure to try it on both sides.
Toca traer la mano al final del segundo movimiento. Eso es para karate en kumite, para deporte, más que todo. Y se tiene que traer, retraer la mano al final del movimiento.
Okay. Ready when you are, Sensei.
Good. Now we'll move on to one more. We'll have a quick water break in a minute. The next one we're going to do is Margary here, go down, chew down. That's a you Margary on the back leg, coming from the back leg here, in, bring back, touch. Yeah. These techniques that we're doing now don't have to alter too much to do for self-defense. It's just your place of going or where you're actually going to hit. All you have to do is change. Okay, for self-defense. Translate.
Esta técnica que sigue no cambia mucho de comité a defensa personal. Solamente solamente se tiene que ajustar.
Good. This technique we're using now, if someone doesn't really move backwards, they're going to stay in the same place. You can have 3 shots at that one particular target. I mean, 1, 2, 3. It just comes in. 2, 3. So as the foot comes back, arm comes out and hits. Okay, try a couple on both sides. Away we go.
Esta técnica es para algunos oponentes que no se mueven mucho hacia atrás y entonces toca como confundirlos.
Sensei Noel, I have a question for you about timing. So on the timing for this, are you recommending that the foot that kicks lands on the kazami or lands on the gyakuzuki?
And the yaki. So when here, back, lands up on Yakazuki.
Okay.
Arigatou. Yep.
That was my question.
Good. Okay, we'll just have a quick water break. We all should be working pretty hard. Okay, and it's must. Quick grab, 3.
Un breve descanso.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to do this really money. We go back to, we're going to change that up. We changed the first two, and we haven't changed this. Yeah, we changed it 3 ways. Yeah. 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 Well, later. Yeah. You can see him out there. It's hard to believe it's so small. Okay, we might get back again.
All right.
Okay, we all set to go again?
All set, Sensei. Let her rip.
Okay, we just finished the Margary, Samiduki, Jordan brother, and then the Yakazuki. So that is 3 movements that you can change 3 different ways, right? Depending on how you want to do the technique. The one we were doing 1, 2, punch. This one could be 1, 2, follow the movement, punch. Right, so that's what we're going to try. 1, here, 2, 3, come underneath straight away. So you've got to keep your body moving forward as if it's coming in 1. Right, that's what we did the first 1, 2. Well, straight away. Yes, here we go. 1, 2. 2.
Toca mantener moviéndose hacia adelante durante este próximo ejercicio. Entonces siempre moviéndose hacia adelante.
I think I'm trying to look at some of the screens of your people to see whether it was working for you or not. But it's so small, vision's not real good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yep. Okay, so we did this one. And kick, and we did the kick punch. So the next one will be reverse punch. Then kick, then front fist punch. So from here, 1, 2. So you can change these around as you like, depending on your partner, on how he's moving. So we got 1, 2, 3.
Probably doing some side. One.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Thanks. One.
So we've covered the 3 different ways you can do it. So these drills are giving you so many, 3 different drills that you can use in your sparring. This is for attacking, not defending. It can be used as defending. The next one we're going to use, you're going to use your distance. It's meaning this person here is going to punch.
Punch, is that?
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
forward
Yeah.
or just?
Just the punch. And yeah, that. I want you to come here. That. Okay.
Stick back up then. Okay.
Right, from there.
Like,
There you go. You're gonna punch.
this one.
Now you step in.
Stick in.
Then punch. Punch and then here. Punch. Yeah. This right. Punch. Right. You have to try to work out how to move your feet. We'll do that in a second. You're right.
What is it for?
So from in here, the feet, can you see my feet? From here, one, like that. One. Yeah. Then it's lock. Under, punch. Lock, under, punch. And it's from in here. Then punch. Under, punch. Try it on the other side. Lock, punch. Good, good, that's good. Need to translate?
Together. Can you do this?
Do we need to translate that?
Yes.
Dicen que todo el mundo está haciendo un buen trabajo en cambiando la pierna y saliéndose del ángulo, cambiando de ángulo.
Yeah. While doing that, when you're blocking one, this arm here comes underneath to come out, and it's probably this is a good way to do it. Block. So from here, when you block, arm comes across underneath, then that part your stance is changed. Stance is changed.
Fíjense como es un bloqueo como con dos manos. Entonces con una mano se hace como una, con la mano abierta y después con la mano cerrada, una tras otra.
You try it on both sides. Did a good workout.
They're doing this part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I've seen some of that doing that's looking good.
They're doing that one.
Look on this one.
This one? Poonam, you do that.
You stop with one. Yeah.
You do that. Yes.
Yeah, good, good. Right, the next one we go, oh, let's forward, there we go here. USA forward. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is a drill where you actually chase the partner. If you, sometimes you get a person that moves quite frequently. So when you work out what they're doing, you can try and catch them. It's a bit like a kamikaze technique. No turning back once you start. So it would be the same from here. It's like reverse punch, chula. Here. Right, step forward, stand here. So, in other words, you can catch your partner quick.
Esta técnica es para perseguir a alguien que se está moviendo rápido o que está lejos. Entonces, para perseguir al oponente.
Yeah, doing that like so that we can see this inside. Yeah, we can see it.
One, two,
Is that
right.
right?
Yeah, one,
I start with right. And it works one.
So you can see that I changed the direction so you can see the footwork. Here, one. This is like a fall in reverse punch. Right. Yeah, shoot out. And then here. Yeah. Then move forward. Bring the back foot up. Then touch. Right. There was very nice. One. Two.
That's it. I think it's not what I can't like that wrong.
Yeah, great. It's looking good. By practicing it, doing time and time and time again, you will get used to it. Because the quicker you can shift your hips and move them feet.
Since you know, I'm sorry, 1 second here. Lermis Karahala, are you trying to ask a question? Sensei Fabio, can you ask if in Spanish, if that person was trying to ask a question? I kept seeing like reactions and I think he may have been trying to hit the hand raise instead. Did we lose Fabio? I lost our translator. Oh no, there
What is the question?
So I just saw somebody hit the the waving reaction a whole bunch of times, and I think they may have been trying to raise a hand to ask a question. It was a Spanish last name. I think it was Lermis. Can you ask and see if Lermis has a question? If not, it's okay. Sure.
Estamos tratando de saber si Lermes tiene una pregunta porque estaba alzando la mano. ¿Alguien tiene una pregunta?
No? Okay. All right. Thank you, Fabio.
Okay.
All right, Sensei Noel. That's all right. No, that's good. I've been watching some here, and it's looking really good. Some of the technique. This techniques some of you might already use. You might not be a lot use it, and it just takes a while to learn how to move your body with these movements. Takes a long time. So persevere with it. Try it hard and concentrate. So the ones we did, we just browse through the ones we actually started with. Just a short version, so you know what we're doing. So I'll face the camera this way. The others will face that way. So the first thing we did was the hip movement. 1, 2. And that hip movement, when you're twisting 1, 2 here like that, you feel like you're falling forward. That is the force that you should be using within your system. Yeah. 1, 2. As it comes from here, 1, 2, like that. You feel like you're going to fall forward. The other one was from there, the same thing, only with the arms. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And you can see just by the students' hip movement how they can make it quicker. Then we went to this one. Yeah, it's back. So this was the jaw down punch. To the jaw moving forward. Yeah, back. Forward, back.
Sensei Fabio, do you want to pause for translation?
Sí, está haciendo un resumen de cada paso de lo que enseñó. Entonces está haciendo primero el movimiento de cadera, después cómo desplazarse con el Kisame, Yakusuki. Entonces ahora va a repetir los otros dos combinaciones que enseñó. O sea, está haciendo un resumen.
Good. Then we'll move to the next one. 1, 2. We're just doing this one. 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2. 5. 1, 2. I'm doing it in slow motion so you get the idea and you can see it. Right, then the next one, we are doing a short, brief one. 1, 2. That one.
No, we did
Quite a lot there yourself.
we did this
Es
one.
la tercera combinación.
One, 2.
Then that, okay. So 1, 2, then that.
Esta es la combinación en la que se jala el Kisame después de terminarlo.
Okay, this particular one doesn't leave you open as in sparring or self-defense. If you're doing your self-defense, you're doing something different. I'll just pop this in. It would be here, 1 when you pull back, 2 would be come across your body. Yeah, 1, 2. Right, so in other words, when you do this 1, 2. Then you can continue whatever you want. Alright, so 1, 2. It's protecting yourself.
And this
Esta es otra opción en la que en lugar de hacerse el Yakusuki en el movimiento número 2, se hace un bloqueo.
you can see it.
You said you could do it.
Right?
Good. Next one we did was the kicking the punch. Kicking the punch.
Esta es la combinación de Mike Getty, golpeó con la mano antes de caer y Yakusuki al caer.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
Yep, right. Everyone seems to like that one. That's good, that's good. Good, so we're running out of time now, so we're getting pretty close to the end. Some of you need probably a bit of a breather before the next one. So, so actually, seeing inside our dojo, this is the lengthway. It's looking good.
Good, looks
Translate.
like all the water's out.
Hey,
All right. Okay. We can finish up whenever you're ready to, Sensei Noel. And
Yep.
we'll move on to the.
okay, so we're all face.
Thanks, Mars.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Sensei, for your valuable time and teaching. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sensei.
Gracias, no, gracias a todos. Un descanso ahora.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, everyone. We'll take a couple minutes break, and then Sensei Mina will be teaching Shimpa.
Un descanso de 2 minutos antes de comenzar Shimpa.
Thank you. Sensei.
Yeah, no worries.
Now, except we're going to head off.
Yeah, right.
Thank you so much. Yeah, just get the story. Yeah.
Really good.
I think so too.
So we have more out of the world, amazing.
Yeah.
That is really great.
Well, thank you, America. Yeah.
Venezuela.
Venezuela. Yeah. Very
Through the mountains and valleys, our journey unfolds, seeking the essence of dreams in our souls. Guided by a sensei, path of honor, we chase steps of warriors. In silence we embrace. In the echo of voice, strength and control, we find courage in the wisdom he extols. Sensei Yamazaki, your name in the breeze, a legend eternal, setting our spirits at ease. With every punch, every kick, your spirit soars high. In our hearts, your legacy will never die. With every strike, every block, our fate we create. Discipline and resilience, virtues in name. Through blood and sweat, above trials we rise. A fire within, ignited by the wise. Sensei Yamazaki, your name in the wind, a legend forever, where our spirits ascend. With every punch, every kick, your spirit soars high. In our hearts, your legacy will never die. Sensei Yamazaki, your name in the wind, You're saying our spirits ascend. With every punch, every kick, your spirit flies. In our hearts, your legacy never dies.
Sensei Mina, us, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. After so long time.
What time is it for you currently?
After long time, we meet on the online.
Oh, I understand now. Yes, how are you guys?
Yes, we are all good. How are you, Sensei?
I'm doing well. Yeah, thank you for asking.
Sensei Prasad, what time is it in India right now?
Timing is now 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oof! Banzai! Banzai!
And we came at
So what-
4:30 in the morning. We start at 4:30 in the morning.
Excellent.
Oh man.
You guys,
So when I was working with India, I would be working with them my time at 5:30 in the morning, and then it was 6 p.m. for them, I think.
Correct.
Sensei, hi. Can you pin Sensei? Oh, you already pinned Sensei Mina for everyone? You did. Okay. All right. Sensei Mina, it's 4 past the hour. Should we get going?
Yes, let's do it.
All right.
Okay. All right, everyone. Hello, and Sensei Noel, thank you very much for the kumite session. It is always really nice to see you. Okay, everyone, let's get started with a bow. Kyotsuke. Bet. Onegaishimasu. Okay, so today we're going to get started on Shimpa, and Shimpa is one of the traditional Shindo Jiden Ryu katas. Hopefully you know that, and if not, then now you know. Shimpa translates roughly to heart wave or heartbeat, but it's heart wave. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're doing this kata. The cadence is always going to be very regular. I'm not a doctor, but for the most part, I think you want a like kind of regular, normalized heartbeat without like a lot of. Actually, maybe that's not true. I think you want to like give your heart, like you want to exercise that heart, but for the most part, you want a nice resting heart rate. So if there's any doctors just kind of raise your hand and you can explain heartbeats to everybody. But okay, all right, let's get started on the kata. So I'm kind of hoping that most people will know the sequence, but I want to go over the sequence a couple times to make sure that it's solidified. But then I'd like to kind of also, I'll pin people on my side so that I can see like a little bit bigger view of people doing the kata. And then once it looks like the sequence is okay, then I want to look at kind of like the technical side of the kata itself. So I think a lot of people think this kata maybe looks a little simple, but there's some, I think there's a lot more complication or like technicality to it. And then in order to perform it well, there's like little things that I like to kind of point out. So let's get started with just the kata itself.
Can I translate
Oh, sorry.
your introduction?
Yes. Hi, Fabio. Yeah. Yeah. Don't say the stuff about the like doctor stuff because like people are gonna be like, what? Like bunch of doctors
Yes.
in Venezuela, so don't say anything about that.
Okay, so esta kata, Shinfa es una de las katas tradicionales del estilo de Shindo Jinryu y el significado es latido del corazón. Y dice que es muy rítmica, pero un ritmo como muy constante, como si fuera un latido del corazón. Entonces toca tener esto en mente cuando practicamos esta kata. Parece muy simple, pero hay muchos detalles pequeños que ella va a explicar. Entonces toca poner mucha atención en esos detalles. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, Kyotsuke. That onegaishimasu. Kata is called Shinpa. Okay, so remember, our Shindo Jinryu Yoi position is going to be feet together, hands up, then down, and pull back, and Yoi. Remember, I just want to make sure to point out that there's not a lot of up and down, there's not a lot of back and forth, and no side-to-side movement. So if you're familiar with the term Suchu-sen, or like the axis of your body, you want to make sure that's always kind of lined up, okay? So good balance, good posture. So like you can see in the camera, right? Like there's like not a lot of that. Okay, and now, so we're going to do a small adjustment with the right leg. We're going to slide slightly back at a 45-degree angle, and we're going to kurite in, what's that stance called? Ukiashidachi. Okay, and then gyakuzuki. And then from here, we're going to step. Now remember, after the punch, we want to step towards our hand. So if somebody grabs your hand, you don't want to fight back, right? Let them pull, and you go into their. So you let them use their power in order to like grab back and then punch. And then one more. So remember, we're not pulling the hand back. We're going towards the hand and punch. And then maigeri. Then double punch. Okay. And step back each. Fabio, did you need to translate that? Sorry.
Yes. Entonces se comienza con un kurite en un ángulo de 45 grados haciendo la posición de uki ashidashi. Después en cada movimiento se hace un yakuzuki y antes de moverse hacia adelante no se jala el yakuzuki, sino que se mueve el kurite como empujando hacia adelante como si lo estuvieran jalando a uno. No vayan a jalar, no vayan a retraer el yakuzuki antes de moverse hacia adelante, sino se hace a medida que uno mueve hacia adelante. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Then kurite. Then we're going to step in and pyuchi. Elbow strike. Okay. Then turn kurite, gyakuzuki, kurite, gyakuzuki, kurite, gyakuzuki, and maigeri. Double punch. Okay. Then step back with the right leg. Manjuke. Step in. And then turn, hands up. Then step in. So right here, make sure your right leg is forward. So I see sometimes people slide in, but this one has to be a full step forward. Make sure the right leg is forward. I'm not even going to look at everybody, and I'm just going to say your other right leg because I already know. You guys are like, I got it, Sensei Mina, that's my right leg. But it's not your right leg. Do you have your right leg forward? I'm not even looking at you guys. Do you have your right leg forward? Okay, good. I'm not even looking. I'm not even looking. Okay, then turn. And then step in. And then one more. And finish. Feet together, hands up. down, pull back. Same thing, not a lot of body movement here. Yoi. And kyotsuke. There. Okay. So I'd like to do that a couple more times, but I'm going to pin other people, and then I'm going to make sure I'm going to watch, make sure that the sequence looks okay, and then we're going to move on to maybe some more like technical stuff within the kata, okay? So I have to get kind of close to my laptop, so I'm going to turn my camera off so that you're not seeing like the pores in my face here, okay? All right, so everyone kyotsuke. That. So just for transparency, India, I have you pinned right now, so don't mess this up. Here we go, Shimpa. Okay, hands up, down, and yoi. Very nice. And each. And punch. Knee. And punch. San. And punch. And then kick, double punch. Nice. Okay, step back, each kurite. Okay, step in, enpi-uchi, ni. Good. Turn, each. And then punch. Step in, kurite, e. Punch. One more, san. Yep, step in, yep, punch. And then maigiri, front kick, double punch. Then step to the side, manjuke. Yes, and then step in, ni. There you go, good. Turn, ich, hands up. Okay, and the next one kind of looks like a basai. You gotta step in with your right leg. Go, ich, kyai. Nice, and turn, ich. Yes. Okay, make sure that right hand is up. Yep, step in, ni. Step in, san. And then feet together, step back, feet together. And hands up and down, and yoi. Nicely done. Okay, all right, next, I wanna highlight, I'm gonna pin Sensei Noel's group here. All right, Sensei Noel's group. Okay, that's like the tallest yellow belt I've ever seen in my life, so, hi. Kyotsuke. That. Sensei Noel's group, I'm watching you right now. So kyotsuke. Okay, here we go. And Shimpa, hands up, down. There you go. And then yoi. Good. Okay, let's do that yoi position again. Okay. Sensei, hi, sorry. I think I'm making you work really hard right now. But if you could pin me again. So again, the yoi position, we're gonna go 1, 2. I'm gonna show you from the side, okay? 1, 2. When you pull your hands back, just feet open up to musubidachi, right? Feet open up to musubidachi. But there's really nothing, not that there's nothing happening, but there's not a lot of movement that's visible here, right? Shoulders are in line with hip, hip in line with knee, all of that stuff is in line, right? Now, sometimes the yoi position gets a little bit intense, or like there's like a lot of good kind of like karate spirit involved in this, and people kind of end up doing this kind of movement here. So we don't want to do that because we've already broken our balance. We haven't even started the practice yet. And just in the ceremony portion, we've already broken our balance, right? So wherever your head is, that's where your balance is going. So you always want to keep your head definitely in line with shoulder, hips, knees, ankles, okay? So 1, pull back. And now if you have some kind of tightness in the upper body, yes, this is going to kind of start to happen here, okay? So kind of take a look at what your body is doing. When you pull your arms back, is it difficult? And so your hips are going forward, and so now you're no longer in line. That's a little bit of an issue, okay? So just in the yoi position, pull back, 1, And then 2. Good. Okay, show me again. Hands up. Feet together, hands up. Yeah.
Can I translate really quick?
Oh my gosh. Fabio, I can't. I'm really sorry. Please translate.
No, it's okay. Every time you say the names of the techniques, I don't need to translate, but when you explain something like this, I do. So, ella quiere decir que durante el comienzo de la kata hay que mantener el balance y el equilibrio como si fuera la ejecución de una técnica. No se puede, tiene que la cabeza, los hombros, la cadera y las rodillas tienen que estar en línea durante el comienzo del kamae. Tiene que estar todo en balance, listo para ejecutar la kata. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. So Sensei Noel's group again. Feet together, hands up. Okay, let me see that yoi position. Hands down. And then pull back. Oh, chef's kiss. Very nice. And yoi. Very nice. Okay, now keep that in mind, because throughout the entire kata, you have to maintain that same suchu-sen. Sensei Fabio, I'm going to pause for a translate there.
Sorry, I missed the last part. I'm sorry.
I said, keep in mind the balance of like when you're doing the yoi position, because that is the same thing throughout the kata. So sometimes when people are turning, so for example, they go like this here, and then when they turn like this.
Okay.
And then they stand up like that. So you don't want to do that. You want to always try to keep your body upright for turns.
Hi. Okay. So ella dice que el balance y el equilibrio que se hace durante el kamae se tiene que mantener durante la ejecución de la kata. Ella acaba de demostrar cómo voltea, cómo gira y cómo mantiene su equilibrio y su balance durante la ejecución de los giros y de la kata. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, Sensei Noel's group again. Okay, ready? So we're going to slide out and into our kurite. Ready? Each. Yes, and punch. And step in knee. And gyakuzuki punch. And san. Gyakuzuki punch. Maigari, then zuki, double punch. Very good. Step back, kurite. Step in enpiuchi, elbow strike. Ichi. Turn, kurite. Very nice. Gyakuzuki ichi. Yellow belt, switch legs. There you go. Step in knee. Yep. And punch. Step in san. And punch. Maigiri, double punch. Good. Step to the side, manjuke ichi. Yep. Step in knee. Turn san. Yes. Up a little higher. Put those arms up over your head. Yes, you don't have to look up. So look forward, and you're not looking through your hands here. So it's up very high. Hands are up very high, and you're looking underneath your arms. Yes, there you go. Then step in, just like in Basaidai, Shikyai. Good. And turn. Ichi. Step in knee. Step in san. Yes. And step back, feet together, hands up. Same thing, yoi position, nice and calm. Down and yoi. Yes. That is much better. Okay, nicely done. Thank you. Great job. Okay, let me see who's next. Okay, Paul, I'm not going to make you go by yourself, okay? Oh, not you, Paul Bell Isles. Sensei Paul Bell. I meant Paul Robux. Who, funny enough, I want to keep calling Daddy Robux, like Daddy Warbucks, but not quite, but
I'm gonna have to recruit you to HR, Mina.
you know what? Wouldn't be my first time, not gonna be my last, you know? Okay. Okay, so it looks like maybe there are no other groups here because I have people with their cameras off. I have them hidden.
Since Mina, India has a hand up.
Okay, hand up. Let me high five it.
All right. India, what's your question?
Yeah, thank you so much. At the time of turning back, whether we should keep the hand like this or like this.
Like this, like we're Jay-Z throwing up that Delta sign. Just kidding.
Okay.
I don't think anybody knows what that is. All right, sorry.
Like Kankudai. Like Kankudai.
Oh yes. Oh yes, like Kankudai, you guys. Just like Kankudai. Yeah.
And another same at the time of turn back, whether to keep like this.
What
When we do like this.
oh, like this.
Okay, this one.
Yeah, right here. Yeah.
Okay. Understood. Correct. Thank you so much.
Cool. Are there any
Thank you,
other
sir.
questions? Thank you. Thank you for the questions.
Thanks.
Okay, so looks okay. Paul Roebuck, I'm not going to make you do it by yourself because that's like a little bit awkward. So unless you really want to, and then I can watch it if you really want to. And no is a perfectly good answer. So just just go like this if you don't want to do. Okay, got it.
Do it.
Right. Do it. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about sort of the how do we make this kata a little bit, like how do we work this kata for us, right? Okay. So so one of the really challenging things, sorry. Okay. So one of the really challenging things about this kata is that you're working in a very difficult stance, like really challenging for the body, right? So you're kind of like balanced on one leg and you're kind of like in this little tiny stance and you got to keep the front foot really, really light. And then somehow you have to generate like a bunch of power, like kind of out of nowhere, right? So like that's very difficult. And so kind of one of the things that I start to see is like there's a lot of extra movement that starts to happen. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think it shows like a lot of good effort. So you're kind of going in the right direction. But you want to, it's okay to start off with these really big motions, right? So you're in this kurita position and you're trying to do this really strong gyakuzuki, and then you'll kind of wind up and then go, right? Which is fine. But as you train this kata more and more, you want that movement to become very efficient so that you don't have to do a big wind up. You can do your kurite and then comfortably do your gyakuzuki with good balance. And then one way of getting that done, and so it seems like a lot of upper body movement. Oh, I need to get my upper body stronger. Actually, you need to get your lower body stronger. So the more foundation, the stronger the base is, the more leeway you have with the upper body. So a lot of times, have you ever seen like someone start to kind of lose their balance and their shoulders start to go up? It's like your balance kind of drifts up in the air when really you want to try to sink that balance lower and get more stable by going lower. But in order to do that, your lower body has to be able to take that time under tension or that pressure or that sort of like that intensity. Your lower body has to be able to manage that. So one of the drills that I really love doing in order to kind of like make sure that I can still move while I'm doing upper body techniques is by getting into this like one-legged position. And in the beginning, it doesn't have to be like this. Okay, so in the beginning, you can have your foot, you can have your feet really close together if you're having a tough time with it. You can put your foot on top of the other. You can wrap it, but you can wrap it below just the ankle so that you can still get a little bit. So you're kind of like doing a kosadachi. So that you can still have a little bit of balance if you need it. You can plant this foot like this. There's a bunch of different ways that you can modify this. Oh, Sensei Fabio, you probably need to translate.
Yes. So, Mina is saying, Mina está diciendo que
Nina
al, pri- al,
dice,
pri- al principio está bien si hacemos movimientos muy grandes para obtener fuerza en cada movimiento, especialmente en la secuencia al principio. Pero dicen que entre más ejecutemos esta kata, tienes que conseguir la misma cantidad de fuerza en cada movimiento sin tanto movimiento. Y para lograr esto tenemos que desarrollar más fuerza en nuestras posiciones de piernas. Entonces, el ejercicio que ella estaba demostrando en este momento es cómo está dando parada una pierna, se puede conseguir más fuerza y más equilibrio para ejecutar estas técnicas sin usar tanta fuerza de brazos sino de más de cadera, más como de las piernas. Thank you.
okay,
Sensei Mina,
all right. Yes.
oh, sorry, just to interrupt real quick. Sensei, hi, let me know that it's hard to tell, you know, like it's hard to tell who's doing what on the screen, but he said that Sensei Johnny has a big group of kids if you want to maybe give them a look. If you want to
Oh,
pin
yeah. Yes. Okay, let's do it. All right. So,
Sensei Johnny.
Sensei Johnny. All right, let's go. Okay. Okay. Sensei Johnny's group, everyone. All right.
Okay.
Kyosuke. All right. Man, he's got a huge group. Okay, Kyosuke. That. Kata. Yoi. Okay. Each. Ni. San. Ship. Go. Look. Shich. Hachikyu. 10. MP 打ち。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、90。1、2、3、CK。Turn 1、2、3。Feet together. Yoi. Nice. 気をつけ。で。Yeah.
All right. Sensei Mina, can you, there's a couple of different videos floating around with kiais at different points. Can you make sure to cover kiai points?
Yes. Okay. So really good question. Okay. So the kiais, you can kiai wherever you want. You can kiai every single movement if you want to. I don't really recommend that, but you can if you're feeling like you really want to get a good cardio workout in. But the one place that you must kiai is after when you turn around here into here. This is the one place you must kiai. So you can kiai every single movement. You can go like this. You can kiai every single movement if you want to, but you should probably not do that. But this here is the one place. So when I'm counting this kata, I don't really talk too much about, I don't really say like kiai, whatever, but the only place that I actually say kiai during this kata is right here. And if you kiai anywhere else, technically it's not a mistake, but if you miss this one, you're fired.
Hi.
Este movimiento, el último movimiento que Mina mostró, el doble puño, es el único lugar donde se tiene que gritar. En las otras partes es opcional gritar en los otros movimientos. Se podría gritar en cada movimiento si se quisiera, pero no es recomendable. Pero en ese movimiento específico siempre se tiene que gritar. Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, so it looks like everyone has a pretty good grasp of the sequence of the kata, which is really nice to see. And so now it's about like, how do we make this kata a more, like, how do we like raise it up? How do we like get it up a level, get it to that next level status, right? So as I was saying, there's a lot of sort of like, there's very difficult stances in here with a lot of upper body movement. And a lot of times people will think that they need to strengthen the upper body, but it's really about strengthening the lower body with good balance and good posture, so that making sure that your head, shoulder, hips, knees, all of that is always in line with each other, okay? So never like out of sync like that. So the first thing that I kind of wanted to introduce is, which I love this technique, or this drill, is that you're gonna kind of go into your nekwashi, or actually ukiyashi dachi. You're gonna go into that ukiyashi dachi, okay? Now, you can modify this however you need to, but the ultimate point, that the ultimate goal is to be able to do the techniques on one leg here. And what we're trying to do is whatever our level of ukiyashi dachi is, we're gonna wrap it, and then we wanna sink a little bit lower, okay? And now, immediately, if your legs start to do this, bring it in, okay? Try to keep those legs really strong. And I think the first one that we're gonna do is we're gonna go double punch like this, okay? Oh, no, I'm just kidding. So we're gonna go double punch first. So we're gonna go double punch first at the same time, just because it's both sides moving at the same time in the same direction. So it's a little bit easier to kind of keep that balance, okay? And then after that, we're gonna do punches, what makes it a little bit more difficult just because there's a rotation that's happening, meaning your body has to counterbalance while maintaining like a lot of torque and power while your body is rotating. So then it's like a lot on like the hip area, and then also with your feet as well, right? So your feet have to do like a lot of adjustment there. Okay, so we're gonna get, oh, sorry.
So yeah, let's get translate. And then Sensei Fabio, I think, has to leave after this translation.
Yes.
Is Senpai Dante-san, are you available to translate? I thought I saw Dante on here earlier. Okay, so maybe Sensei Fabio, finish up this translation and let them know that you're leaving, and we'll have to try to figure it out how to manage that.
En este momento me voy a tener que retirar en unos minutos, pero voy a hacer la traducción de este ejercicio. El ejercicio que ella está mostrando sobre una pierna es para ganar mejor equilibrio y fuerza en cuando hacemos ukiyashi dachi, por ejemplo, que es una posición muy corta y muy difícil para conseguir gran fuerza, porque es una posición muy corta. Entonces ella dice que para no tener que sacar toda la fuerza de los brazos, sino que sea de la cadera en una posición tan corta como ukiyashi dachi, para eso sirve este movimiento que ella va a hacer sobre una pierna. Si alguien más quiere ayudar a traducir, yo me tengo que ir pronto, entonces levanten la mano. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
Okay.
We have a hand up. I'm sorry. Dojo Robocon, what's your question?
This is Martin Materano, Sensei Paul.
Oh, Martin-san. Martin-sensei.
Nina, how are you?
I'm doing great, Sensei Martin.
I see you.
How are you?
Very good. But I'm okay. I'm good. I'm in my house now, in my home. I just arrived from my dojo in this moment.
Oh,
that's right. I don't show my face. But okay, I like to help something with about what do you say about the stance, okay?
Oh,
Because
fantastic.
you talk about ukiashidashi, you talk about nekwashidashi. So there is, well, I'm what I know is both are, yes, almost same,
Mhm.
okay, almost same. But what I remember from Yamazaki Sensei is ukiashi is a little bit longer, but the you know the main key is how you step with your your foot front. Okay, when you do nekwashidashi or ukiashidashi means you are in 1 feet. You are stand in 1 feet is what it means, right? So this is that's right. You say how important is to have the strong B6 or strong leg for keep a good balance and a strong, strong technique when you punch or block or whatever. Okay, can I say that in Spanish?
Yes, please.
Ok. Lo que en español, para quienes me escuchan en este momento, solamente quería agregar o ayudar y contribuir con lo que la Sensei Mina acaba de explicar con respecto a la posición de Nekwashidashi o Ukiashidashi. Ambas posiciones son similares, son parecidas. Pero ukiashidashi significa que tú estás parado sobre un pie, es decir, que el porcentaje de apoyo que pones en el pie de enfrente es mucho menor inclusive que el que se utiliza en nekwashidashi. Entonces, por eso es importante ese ejercicio donde ella se colocó sobre un solo pie, como seguía Shidachi, pues, como la posición de Garza, y trabajar desde allí las técnicas, pues, bien sea de ataque o de defensas, eso va a generar una mayor fuerza, un mayor fortalecimiento de la pierna de apoyo. Entonces, eso es lo que de alguna manera quería contribuir para que se entendiera, porque me parece que es muy importante lo que la Sensei Mina acaba de explicar. Gracias.
In the chat, I've placed a link. There's a video from a couple of years ago that I did that goes through how to differentiate all of the back stances that we use in Shindo Jinenro. So Koku Sadachi, Okinawan Koku Sadachi, Ukiashidachi, and Nekawashidachi. So the link is in the chat. I urge you to check it out if you have any questions.
Send your Cash App to Paul Bell Isle at newenglandkarate.com. Okay. All right. Sensei Paul, is it just me or does it sound cooler in Spanish? Does it sound like way better?
Oh, well, plus you got to have that, Sensei Martin's
That kind of
voice.
like that,
Everything
like,
sounds
that
better when
raspy,
Sensei Martin
like,
says it.
yeah. I've seen some things, like that kind of voice. Okay. All right. So let's try the drill. And again, I want to emphasize that make this drill kind of work for you. If you're able to start in this position, doing these punches, great. If you have to go, so the point is not to have perfect balance. The point is to be able to feel your body so that you can maintain balance. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna continue. Okay, so we're going to kind of like our ukiashidachi, whatever that height is, and then you're gonna wrap your foot. If this is too much, put that foot just very lightly next to your foot. You can wrap it, whatever you need to do. And we're going to go both hands back, and we're going to extend both hands at the same time. This side should be, or this version should be a little bit easier because you're probably feeling a lot in your legs right now, okay? So everybody, hands back, nice, and you want to keep that upper body kind of relaxed. And if you kind of lose your balance, it's okay. It's not about having perfect balance. It's about being able to come back into balance, okay? Ready? I'm going to switch legs because I've only been using my left leg, okay? Ready? Okay? Make sure you do that full extension and feel good, okay? Good. Relax. Okay. If you can, sink lower. Kind of feel what one leg really feels like. Okay. Some. Okay. Sit. Pull back. Go. Back. Up. Back. Sit. Back. Okay. Relax the leg. Let's switch legs. Now let's try a punch. Okay. So we're going to go into this kind of like stance again. Wrap that foot if you can. It's okay if you can't. And we're going to punch. Okay. So again, remember, not about perfect balance. It's about being able to maintain. Okay. Ooh. And I'm back. Ready? See? And it's okay. This is fine, right? I'm able to maintain this balance. I can feel my foot moving. My ankle is adjusting. Knee is adjusting. Okay. Go. And relax. Shake that leg out. I need to relax this leg. Okay. How is everybody doing? Let's try the other side now. Okay. Okay. Into this stance. Okay. Any hand out. We're in a punch. Okay. Again, feel that foot working. Feel that ankle. Feel that knee. Feel those muscles moving. Ready? Ooh. Go. Okay. So the one where I went, oh, what happened, what I felt was this happened. My leg tightened up and my hip went up, oh, just really slightly, which kind of pushed my balance forward. So you try to feel like small things like that. Then you know, okay, sometimes I think that punch was probably a little bit too much of my upper body. So I need to make sure to kind of maintain this low, this kind of feeling, like this down feeling, so that I can allow the upper body to move. Okay, I'm gonna drink a little bit of water. You guys, please feel free to drink a little water too.
Agua break. That's
Oh,
all Spanish.
yeah. Okay. Let me see, is everybody? Oh, they're there. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, so as you kind of like maybe implement those sort of drills into maybe like your Kihong, or maybe like, I don't know, maybe it's just supplemental. You should maybe feel a little bit difference in your body after like doing that sort of practice, right? So then we can try to make it a little bit more closer to the kata. So we can go ukiashidachi and then punch. So it's okay, how do I explain this? So it's okay to like kind of like and try to muscle that through. There's kind of like a trial and error sort of thing that needs to happen when you're practicing. And I think you need to give yourself that really wide view of what your technique can or can't be, but you have to try all these things first. So it's not about this like perfect path of like, don't let your shoulder come up and don't keep your elbow down and make sure you keep your body the same height and don't let your balance, like don't lose your balance and don't do this. Hi. There's all this like, hi. So there's all this like, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. But I think maybe when you're training, especially with kids, maybe try to flip that and change it to try this, try that, try this, try that, try this, try that, as opposed to don't do this, don't do this. So my life was all about don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. But it doesn't have to be perfect, and you really don't know your potential if you don't try all of these things. So as we're here, maybe you're like, I want to really feel, I want to grip down with this hip and I want to let this punch go. Okay, try it. And your sensei is going to watch and be like, well, your shoulder kind of came up a little bit. Okay, so maybe I need to dig down a little bit more. Okay, try those things. But don't get too constrained in what you think it's supposed to look like because you haven't even tried all the different variations yet, okay? So allow yourself the opportunity to try all the different types of techniques that you can throw. So don't get like this. And then you're throwing like this really, like it's the most linear punch, but it has no, it's like a dead punch. Like there's no like fighting spirit sort of behind it, but it looks like, oh, that's a nice linear punch, but it was like really slow and it doesn't have that, I don't know if throughput's the right word, but it doesn't have that, like that torque to it, okay? So let's just do kurite and then back to yoi, and then let's do the other side. Kurite and then gyakuzuki and then back to yoi. Really try to keep that upper body relaxed. Also try to keep the lower body relaxed, but when you get into that stance, make sure that it feels solid, okay? So let's try, this is my left. You can go really whichever way you want, but I'm gonna just go to my left here. Okay, and kurite, relax, and gyakuzuki, and back to yoi. Try the other side. Each, kurite, and gyakuzuki, and back. Other side, each, and yoi. Each, and yoi. Each, and yoi. Other side, each. I'm gonna pin some other views here, and yoi. Each, and yoi. Okay, let's try a double punch. Okay, so kurite, and you're gonna double punch. Each, double punch. Go. And yoi. Each. Double punch. Oh, sensei, hi, thank you. And yoi. Other side. Each. Yoi. Other side. Each. Double punch. Stay. Yoi. Okay. So then we can add a bunch of other things, right? And I know that like we're not gonna do like a double punch from the ukiashidachi position in this kata, but that's okay. Like nenzuki is like a very common technique, a very common combination that it's found throughout like all different katas, right? And nenzuki or a double punch is really great because you want to do very fast, very full motion in a rotating pattern that's going to work both sides of the body, right? So it's like a really great technique for really building that sort of like really great body position while there's like lots of force being added to your body because of the rotation. So nenzuki is like really, really great for your body. So let's try one. Let's try one, and we're gonna Maeashi Maegiri, and then Gyakuzuki, and we're just gonna stay right in this position. And the only reason why we're gonna stay right in this position is because like this lamp looks really expensive. So like I don't want to get near it. That's the only. And then this, I had to lift my leg up really high when I was demoing the kata, and I thought I was gonna break my toe. So we're gonna just stay right in here, right in here. This place is so nice that it looks fake, right? Yeah, it's fake. Okay, ready? Left side, each. Okay, Maeashi. So now the thing about the mayashi, try not to let anything in the upper body move. Still keep it very relaxed when you do this kick though, right? So my upper body is very relaxed and I'm able to do this kick and I'm able to do this punch, but still stay relatively relaxed, right? But relaxed doesn't mean sloppy. Training that you do every single day builds that body so your body knows exactly the line of attack for a chudanzuki, right? Because ideally, the repetitive practice makes it so that what I like to call hashtag karate body. That's what I like to call it. I don't know if I made that up, but I think I made that up. So my body knows exactly where this chudanzuki is supposed to go. I know exactly how long my arm is. I should know how far away my opponent is and if I can reach them or not based on the distance or of the other person and myself, right? So making sure that you are, making sure that you're practicing the correct movement so that your kihon is like you are doing the best that you can every single time because you're repeating the same movements over and over and over. Now, when you get into a kata, all you have to worry about really is the sequence and the timing, not the technique, okay? So what we're doing right now is working the technique, right? Kihon is working like making sure that the body understands what we're doing, repeat, 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 repeat. We're gonna work the technique. And then in the kata, we're gonna work timing. What did I say? Timing and I forgot what the other thing I said. Doesn't matter. Okay, ready? So, kurite, mayashi maigeri, and gyakuzuki, and then back. Let's try the other side. Kurite, mayashi maigeri, and gyakuzuki. Okay, good. Other side, each. Ni. Each. Ni. Other side, each. Ni. Back. Good. So making sure we want to make sure. Okay, so make sure that body stays relatively relaxed, but relaxed does not mean sloppy. Technique is always what it should be. And then speed and torque, you have to come from a relaxed place in order for that to happen, in order to be explosive. Okay. Okay, that being said, why don't we go back to the kata? And I don't expect these things to immediately show up in the kata, the things that we practice. I don't expect that. But try your best. And if it's like all messed up, I actually prefer that because it shows that you're really trying to work this into it, and it's really hard to change it on the fly. So it's going to be like all messed up. But that's like the best thing for me to see as an instructor, because it really just shows that you are open to like these new ideas and you're willing to try, which is really great for an instructor to see, because it's like, oh, okay, you are receptive to what I'm seeing. It's when I introduce new ideas and then I see the same, like the feedback loop is like the same exact thing that you were showing me prior, then I'm like, they didn't really believe in what I said. And that's okay too, because sometimes it just takes a little bit of time. But don't expect things to be like totally perfect. Like right now, I don't expect anything to be implemented. I really expect it to be like a hot mess. And then I'm going to be like, yeah, you're on your way. Great job. Okay, so let's try the kata again. All right. All right, everybody. Kyotsuke. That. Shinpa. All right, yoi position. So remember, like I said before, not a lot of body movement here. Very nice and strong. And yoi, very nice. Okay, kurite, each. Really feel that that sturdiness in the low body, okay? Feeling very solid. Hi. And each. Seppen kurite. Okay, don't worry about the balance and the everything. Don't worry about all the things. Really try to punch hard. Hi. Hi. Doesn't have to be perfect. Really put some power into it. And punch. And mighty double punch. Yes, each. Okay, step in, elbow strike. Hi. Turn each. And punch. Knee. And punch. Sang. Really punch. And punch. Mighty double punch. Manjuke. Itch. Knee. Turn silk, hands up. Remember the next one. Step in kiai. Good. Turn. Itch. Knee. Stomp. Very nice. Step back, feet together. And yoi. Very good. That the yoi position really for me, this is a big win for me. I've talked about this yoi position every time, any seminar that I go to, I've talked about this yoi position about like it's there's like a lot of passion involved, and so it's like I see that quite a bit. So just immediately, that's a huge win for me, just like in this virtual right now. So I really want to thank you guys for just being really open to like the ideas that I'm kind of throwing at you, and really and trying them and really showing me what you're doing, right? So I really, really appreciate it. Okay, so this sort of takes us to the end of the session. And if anybody has any questions or anything, or they want to shout out their dojo, I'm all for it.
Before we start the shout outs, I have a couple of detailed questions for you. So Sensei Mina, on the Age and Byuchi, okay?
Yes.
I'm seeing some people do the hand here. It should be
Oh,
here.
yes. We want to be this way, hand this way.
Okay.
Not like this.
Yep.
This way.
So, see, no.
Yeah. No. See, this way.
Hi. And then on the initial, I know this has evolved a little bit in terms of how it's been instructed, but the initial step, you are moving both feet, correct?
Yes. So there is going to be an actual slide, 45-degree angle slide. So both feet will move. So I'm in yoi, and I will slide back into this position.
Okay.
I will slide both feet into this position.
Hi. Okay. How do you go through it? And then the other thing that I think has changed a little bit over time is that initial movement, which I think used to be quite a bit bigger. It almost looked like kurorunpa, and
Okay.
it's not supposed to be that big, right? It's supposed to be kurite.
Yeah. So it's within like this little box, this like, I guess like this rectangle right here. Really just one, and then forward like this.
Hey. I think that's all my detailed questions.
Do we just let the shout outs happen now?
Well, there's only so long you can hold them back.
Okay. All right, everyone. Unmute and say hello.
All right. Es todo. Thank you, everyone.
Arigato. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sensei, thank you so
Brilliant.
much.
Sensei Noel, thank you so much. India, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the valuable sessions. Thank you so much.
Gracias, Mina.
No, we've got a couple
Jose
of
Martin, thank you so much.
Inside
All
pause,
right.
See you
inside
soon.
pause.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And say hi. Thank you for your help. Good night. Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Ah! Hi, thank you for your help.
Don't hesitate, just do it, just do it. No time to wait.
Good night. Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone.
Fierce and strong in the dojo where we belong. The art of fighting, our passion flows. Karate warriors, we never lose control. Just do it. Karate warrior, standing tall, breaking barriers, breaking walls. With every move we ignite the fire. In this fight we'll never tire. Just do it. We'll never tire. Just do it. 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 No time to wait. Powerful strikes, fierce and strong in the dojo where we belong. The art of fighting, our passion flows. Karate warriors, we never lose control. Just do it. Karate warrior, karate warrior, standing tall, breaking barriers, breaking walls. With every move, we ignite the fire. In this fight, we'll never tire. Just do it. Through the mountains, valleys we roam, finding strength in our souls, making home. Guided by honor, a sensei's own tone. Warrior pass through the shadows are shown. Sensei Yamazaki, your legend flies high. In our hearts, your spirit won't say goodbye. Every strike, every move as we try to uphold your legacy beneath any sky. Every bark, every hit sharpens our lore. Resilience, discipline from the core. Your wisdom the key to every door. We rise, we conquer, we soar. Sensei Yamazaki, your legend flies high. In our hearts, your spirit won't say goodbye. Every strike, every move as we try to uphold your legacy beneath any sky. Through the mountains and valleys, our journey unfolds, seeking the essence of dreams in our souls. Guided by a sensei, a path of honor we chase, steps of warriors in silence we embrace. In the echo of his voice, strength and control, we find courage in the wisdom he extolled. Sensei Yamazaki, legacy will never die. With every strike, every lock, our faith we create. Discipline and resilience, virtues innate. Through blood and sweat, above trials we rise. A fire within, ignited by the wise. Sensei Yamazaki, your name in the breeze. A legend eternal, setting the spirits at ease. With every punch, every kick, your spirit soars high. In our hearts, your legacy will never die. With every strike, every block, our fate we create. Discipline and resilience, virtues innate. With every punch, every kick, your spirit flies. In our hearts, your legacy never dies. Though the mountains and valleys, our journey unfolds, ignited by the wise. Through the mountains and valleys, our journey unfolds, seeking the essence of dreams in our souls. Guided by a sensei, path of honor we chase, steps of warriors in silence we embrace. In the echo of voice, strength and control, we find courage in the wisdom he extols. Sensei Yamazaki, your name in the breeze, a legend eternal, setting our spirits at ease. With every punch, every kick, your spirit soars high. In our hearts, your legacy will never die. With every strike, every block, our fate we create. Discipline and resilience, virtues innate. Through blood and sweat, above trials we rise. A fire within, ignited by the wise. Sensei Yamazaki, your name in the wind, a legend forever, where our spirits ascend. With every punch, every kick, your spirit soars high. In our hearts, your legacy will never die. Sensei Yamazaki, your name in the wind, a legend eternal, setting our spirits ascend. essence of dreams in our souls. Guided by a sensei, path of honor we chase, steps of warriors, in silence we embrace. In the echo of voice, strength and control, we find courage in the wisdom he extols. Sensei Yamazaki, your name in the breeze, a legend eternal, setting our spirits at ease. With every punch, every kick, your spirit soars high. In our hearts, your legacy will never die. With every strike, every block, our fate we create. Discipline and resilience, virtues innate. Through blood and sweat, above trials we rise. A fire within, ignited by the wise. Sensei Yamazaki, your name in the wind, a legend forever, where our spirits ascend. With every punch, every kick, your spirit soars high. In our hearts, your legacy will never die. Sensei Yamazaki, your name in the wind, a legend eternal, saying our spirits ascend. With every punch, every kick, your spirit flies. In our hearts, your legacy never dies. Every punch, every kick, your spirit flies. In our hearts, your legacy will never die. Sensei Yamazaki, your name in the wind, a legend eternal, setting our spirits ascend. With every punch, every kick, your spirit flies. In our hearts, your legacy never dies.